Dream11 is struggling.
ऑनलाइन रियल मनी गेमिंग कंपनियों को तगड़ा झटका लगता हुआ दिखाया।
Online gaming.
GST for online gaming.
Online gaming will be taxed.
6,000 crore rupees in revenue, 28,000 crore rupees in tax. Confused? Yes. Dream11 and other real money games in India are facing a survival crisis. A single tax law could slash their revenue by 67%. And if applied retrospectively, this tax amount can be as high as 5 times the revenue of these companies. So the big question is, will Dream11 survive? Does it have enough resources to fight? Or will it have to pass on the burden to its 20 crore users in India? For today's video, I have put my CA degree to some use. I have analyzed Dream11's numbers and how the math for the GST bit works out. I have also analyzed how this will impact a Dream11 user's wallet. Let's begin. Year 2017, the High Court of Punjab and Haryana gave a landmark judgment. Fantasy gaming won the big battle of proving itself as a game of skill instead of game of chance. The implications were huge. Fantasy gaming became a sunrise sector. Sky was the limit. Things were going great, and then all hell broke loose. Little did they know कि उनकी खुशियों को GST Council of India की नज़र लगने वाली है. Let me give you some context. Before October 2023, GST was calculated at 18% of gross gaming revenue. That is the commission earned by fantasy gaming app. But from October 1, 2023, this changed to 28% of the contest entry amount. And no, it's not just a 10 percentage points difference. It's much more. Let me explain how. Look at the table. You can see the before and after ka math. Before October 2023, the GST was calculated based on collections minus distribution, which makes sense. Dream11 is just handling the transaction and earning brokerage out of it. So the government was getting 3.81 rupees for every 100 rupees. But after the change, the government is getting 21.875 rupees for every 100 rupee transaction. Why? Because they changed the law and imposed GST on the collections that the company was making from customers. That's approximately an 18 rupees gain for the government on every 100 rupees you bet. This is a loss of earnings for gaming companies because they have already distributed the prize money and are only keeping the balance amount, which they call gaming revenue. This change by the government made the entire real money games model unviable. It has effectively killed RMGs like Ashneer Grover's CrickPay. Now obviously, when you build something so big, you cannot let it just die. So fantasy gaming companies, including Dream11, have also found a way to survive. But the option in front of them are not easy. They have to choose between passing the burden to the customer versus taking it on themselves and lose out on profitability. Let's explore each option. Option 1. Pass the entire burden to the customer. After all, why should they care? Companies just want to make profits, right? But Dream11's business model depends on customers making money, so it can't really not care. So what to do? Well, this is what the conversation between different teams at Dream11 would have sounded like.
It's simple. Let's pass the burden to the customer. We can simply reduce the earning pool size from 75 rupees to 57 rupees. Let customers bear the burn.
But that's not how people are used to playing. Don't they pay enough already? First we take away 25%, then if they by chance win, they again have to pay a stupid 30% income tax. They are left with peanuts. The risk reward won't work out. They would go back to betting on futures and options.
Boss, if we don't pass this on, we will be bankrupt. Our take rate will go down from 21% to 3%. Where will we pay salaries and office rent from? We will go out of business, and our players will anyway flock to F&O then.
Both of you are right, but there has to be a middle ground. We can't let the customer bear the full impact of this. We will have to absorb some of it, and we can let the customer absorb some. CFO Sahab, why don't you show some financial creativity and earn that big fat salary we pay?
Okay, sounds fair.
Let me do the math and get back.
The consumer-obsessed business team versus the profitability-conscious finance team. What Dream11 team got back with was great. Effectively, as per our calculations, they reduced the price pool from 75% to 71%, a 4 percentage point impact for customers, and they themselves took a hit of 14%. Net take rate reduced from 21% to 7%. Yes, margins are down by 67%, and Dream 11 is hurt. But you, the user, don't feel any impact because they add the GST amount back to your wallet as discount points. Whatever hit the users are taking goes completely unnoticed. But then how are these apps even planning to survive? I got so curious that I pinged a friend working at a leading fantasy gaming platform. He made me promise not to reveal his name, so I won't. But here's what he said. To ensure profitability, we have reduced price pools to accommodate the GST burden, reduced OPEX and marketing spends, and are making product-related changes to hook the gamers to our platform more. Only companies who have a decent cash balance and are in a position to take the hit for 28% on deposits will be able to sustain. For example, Spartan Poker got recently acquired, and I think we will see a lot more consolidation happening in the industry. We looked at the data, and the first point seems to be true. Price pools have reduced by 4 percentage points at least. And number 4 is also very easy to figure out. Dream 11 acquired Sixer, another fantasy gaming platform that marries trading to cricket shortly after change in GST. But what about point number 2 and 3? Well, for point number 3, we can legit make an entire video on how Dream 11 is hooking its customers by deploying neuromarketing tricks. Let me know if you want us to create a video on that as well. But for point number 2, let's dig deeper. Turns out fantasy gaming folks do spend a lot on marketing, primarily customer acquisition and brand recall. Dream 11 spent more than 40% of its revenue in the last 2 years. And if you watch IPL, you just can't miss Dream 11 and My Circle 11's ads.
बड़ा प्राइज मिलेगा
बड़ा टूर्नामेंट है यार.
These ads cost a lot. For example, My Circle 11 had bagged an associate sponsorship right during IPL for 625 crore rupees for 5 years. You get the drift. Another interesting thing I noticed was how Dream 11 was trying to delay the inevitable. You see, it is only when the user deposits money in the Dream 11 wallet that the GST liability arises. So what Dream 11 and other online fantasy games intend to do is persuade users to delay their withdrawals. They do not encourage users to withdraw their winnings, and they want them to keep playing with their wallet balances. While this move won't deter the crore-patis from withdrawing their earnings, it can surely help recycle some money in the system. So maybe their revenues may not drop sharply for now. But no matter what, it's still a significant hit for their platform. As I said earlier, the government has hit Dream 11 with a huge demand of 28,000 crore rupees for prior years. This amount is 50 times more than Dream 11's profit before tax in FY 2022 to 2023. Other gaming companies were also not spared from these notices. In December 2023, Minister of State for Finance Mr. Pankaj Chaudhary said that 71 show cause notices were issued to online gaming companies with alleged GST evasion of Rs 1,12,000 crores just for FY23 and FY24. So they are fighting this out in the Supreme Court right now. Honestly, I feel if the gaming companies lose this battle, they will go bust. And there's one more angle to this. While the government has made life tough for these platforms, can they really afford to do away with them? It is, after all, a cash flow generating machine. The math is clear. The government makes more money on RMG than players like Dream 11. Plus, the government anyway loses an estimated 2 lakh crore rupees in taxes because of illegal betting. So, why will the government want to stop this? Dekho, my conclusion from all this is simple. Online fantasy games surely feel like an addiction, and it's very human to get addicted.
96 लाख रुपए का कर्ज है तुम्हारे ऊपर. माँ टीचर है, माँ बात नहीं कर रही. क्यों? घर का कोई और लोग? नहीं, रो मत. बिल्कुल रोगे नहीं. बिल्कुल नहीं रोगे. कोई नहीं.
We always want more. We want an escape. We want hope. We want to believe that great things are possible. Things that can shift our life orbits, sometimes instantly. And in our pursuit for more, we seek outcomes that shift our life orbits, outcomes that make our lives better, and hence we take on risky activities in the hope of high rewards. Maybe that's why shows like Kaun Banega Crorepati and Shark Tank are so popular. We fry our brain circuits to feed our aspirations, to realize our dreams. And motivation quotes floating around social media do not help. Like this one: success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts. Well, it definitely counts for the dealer. But does it make sense for the users? So GST or no GST, Dream 11 or no Dream 11, games involving an element of chance married to the promise of a big win will keep capturing our imagination in some way or the other, like it always has. What do you think? Will these companies go bust or will they find some way to survive? Share your thoughts. I am Professor Y and I love asking whys. See you in the next video.